Hi again. So, part 2, more or less, because I will continue with the bereavement for people who go through bereavement or waiting for the parents, someone, other family member to die. And it's really, really, really painful. It's now different for us mediums. It's just as painful to see them dwindle away. It's just as painful to not have them physically here. But I believe so strongly that because of my work, and I know life goes on after death, that's my experience with the work I'm doing, I know that I would not want to be laying like a vegetable. Please let me go home. Because like if you have a cat or a dog, I think I mentioned that in the last one, you give them an injection because you don't want them to suffer. But a doctor is trained to save life as long as it's possible. But at what cost? Sometimes I think when you're realizing that if you love someone, you don't want them to be suffering. You want them to have peace. You want them to move on. It's actually quite selfish if I try to keep my dad alive with every means that I can when I know he doesn't want to be there anymore, just because my ego wants my dad here with me. He doesn't have a life anymore. Of course, I want him to feel peace. That's my love for him. That's my gift to him. I want him to move on to the next world where he's pain-free, his mind is well again, if you have a mind and a spirit. Well, I don't think you have a soul and a spirit, I suppose. But anyway, and a lot of people actually say that you shouldn't work if you're not in a good mood. Well, in every other work you go to, you actually go to work. If you're not really, really sick, 40 degrees Celsius in fever and things, and you can't get out of the bed, you don't have a voice left, you're coughing like hell, you don't want to affect anybody else, so you stay home. You do that because you care about others. But it's like in this business, it's like, oh, if you're not on tip top, you shouldn't work with the spirit. You should always aim for the best of the best of the best. Well, I do. Sometimes I actually think I do a better job when I don't have to have my focus on, oh, I have to deliver. No, I just want to go up and enjoy myself and forget everything for a little while. And I get into that bubble of love, unconditional love. And I believe that our belief system and our faith is helping us quite a lot. Yes, like I said, we will not grieve less than everybody else, but maybe we have an understanding that we will meet up again and we don't want anybody to suffer. Life is pain a lot of the time. And if you have followed me from the beginning, maybe I probably have spoke about my death wish since I was a kid. For me, going home is a bliss. It's going home, it's party time. My fear is not to die. My fear is to be laying like my dad is at this moment in time, in just agony and just have no life, sleeping 23 or 24 hours a day. That's not a life. Who wants to end up like this? When you can't take care of yourself? He used to be a proud man. He never asked for help. How do you think it feels to be laying there and be pampered 24/7? I don't feel that a proud man feel that would be dignified. And a lot of people think, and I've actually said straight out to me, how can you go to work when after your mom died, for example? Well, because I forget the bereavement. I forget the grief for a while. Isn't that beautiful? That you can escape the pain of life for a little bit? What's wrong with that? Is it because we are supposed to be in pain? We are supposed to mourn that long? And if you don't mourn that long, you are not a good person? You know what? It can go several days and I don't think about my mom. And suddenly I just move my head when I'm watching TV and I think, God, I miss you. And when something happens, like with my dad now, I wish I could call my mom. I can't call anybody. I'm the only child. I'm alone in this. So it's nice to get into the love of the Spirit and realizing when I'm working with people who has passed on, that my mom and dad is also going to speak to a medium to me after they passed on. My mom has already done that, which is really, really beautiful. And I can't wait to the day my dad comes through. And another thing is, I lost a hell of a lot of people over the last 10 years. So many. So I have so many on the other side, but not from the family. Most of them are friends, colleagues, and so on. But because I'm the only child, I have my grandma and my grandpa, of course, and my stepmother-in-law and stepfather-in-law. But now I have mom and dad. And I use all that sadness, the pain, the bereavement, I use all that in my understanding when I have a mother with me from the other side. And I know that I have become a better medium because of my pain of losing my parents, because I have a total different understanding when I'm bringing them through from the other side. And thank God that something good come from that, and I might be able to give more healing because of my own understanding, and also that I know that no one who passes to the spirit world has pain. No one. When you go home, there is bliss. It really is bliss. And I don't think anything will drag you back to this earth if you have something to say about it. You can talk to people who have had a really beautiful near-death experience. They don't want to come back. Not even the children will pull them back to earth. If you're not meant to go, you are pulled back down to earth. But to go home to that pain-free, beautiful place after, like my dad now, has been suffering for over a year, just waiting to go home. I don't have a life, that's what he says. I don't understand why I'm sitting here. Why can't I go home? Why can't I leave this pain and this life? So I hope, like I said in my last video, that he will sleep in quite quickly and that I can talk to him from the other side. And I'm sure I can talk to him and get more answers than I get now when he's just laying in the bed like a vegetable. So death is very painful, but I believe that the day he goes home, I hope I will be there. I'm aiming for be by his side when they do the transition, and that can also be a beautiful thing, because we don't want to see people suffer. No, we don't. Take care. Bye.